Alright folks, welcome back to this Return to Ravnica block draft and beginning of round 1 here. Most likely a definite mulligan here for us, with only one source of mana. Just too risky. It's better. We're just one source away from getting some playables. So we'll go ahead and keep. We're also on the draw, which is helpful for us in this situation. Would like to find a blue source. Still not too shabby. I mean, he hasn't played anything either, and there we go. Thinking I may want to lead with the center healer, although if he does play something, may or may not be able to get in or attack. I think I'll just go with the Windrake for now. Ultimately, next turn we'll see if that was the right choice, but if he doesn't play anything that's flying, then we know we can get in. Yeah, that's not too much of a threat right now for us. It's a little troublesome, but I'd rather he play that on something like a Drake. Debating on whether or not I want to hold on to him for now. I mean, I know he can get in for one. If I would obviously attack here if I kept him. Won't be able to bring anything else out. And I think I'm just going to bid him farewell and see where we can go from there. Oh, that's a good card. Gonna go in on this and see what he chooses to do. I mean, I would obviously like him to double block if he were thinking of killing the Centaur healer. And he chooses to do nothing there. Yeah, it's either between the Beetleform Mage or the Doorkeeper. Can't bring both out, unfortunately. I think the best bet is just to get him out there. Really would have liked to have gotten the Doorkeeper out too for the extra defender. I just don't know if he has a trick for it or not. He's got 2 cards in hand. Do I risk it? I think I'm going to. At least he'll get rid of it. Yep. So he does get rid of his trick and lose his guy, but I'll lose mine as well. Probably gonna go for the Raptor and Evolve would be the best bet. Actually, Vassal Soul would probably be the better bet. Then I can evolve him a second time the next turn, plus a third time with the Doorkeeper. Would that be enough? I don't know, we'll see. Really should have gone in for the attack there first. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I mean, he could trade with the Paladin, which I wouldn't be opposed to. He's going to choose not to. Well, not too shabby right now. I mean, he's got 1 card in hand. He does have a good amount of mana for anything he can play, almost. Probably the best bet is to actually play the Slaughterhorn and get the Evolve to trigger. I'm thinking is the best. That would be the best route to go. Let's see, he can beef up the Paladin. Yeah, I'll see if he wants to do the trade again. I mean, I could have pumped up the or evolved the Raptor up there, which may or may not have been the better play. I just don't know if he'd be willing to do this trade if I were to do that. He might have wanted to keep him. And we'll see, he may have a trick for it too. Alright, well he conceded there. I didn't really see anything too threatening other than that Paladin. We do have a couple of ways of taking care of him. Just wondering if I want to bring in that Lee of Decree to help with that. I mean, overall, he didn't really show anything too threatening. And the Flyers do so far seem to be the way to go against this guy. May just go with what we have. May take out the deputy. Throw in the Liev. We'll see what happens. We'll just go with what we have. And he decides to play first again. Probably going to go for it. We're a white source away from the Sphinx, a green source away from the Unflinching Courage. He didn't really show data removal. I mean, I've got some really great buffs in this hand. So we're going to definitely keep this one. Plus we're on the draw, which is helpful with this hand. Don't really think he has anything that's too aggressive. And turn 6, hopefully. Well, that's going to be helpful for now, I guess, for him. Alright, so we have a turn 3 play already. But he'll probably choose to get in for 2 here. So far not in great shape here. I mean, we'll probably will have to do the trade with the Vassal Soul. And we'll just sit back, I think, is our best bet, just to make us appear a little more threatening if he were to go in. I think I'm going to take the risk and just go for the 4 damage. Reason being that if I just get one more, well, a white source, the Unflinching Courage is going to come in handy. May eventually have to chump or at least attempt the trade. Does he... Can't possibly have a trick here. Don't really understand what he's thinking. Maybe he just didn't see that. Yeah, overall it's just not working out for us right now. Really don't know why he decided to pass there. Maybe he just F6 and just completely went through his play there. Not sure. Debating on which of the 3 plays I have here. Well, 4 plays. Thinking of going with the Skywatch. Would that be the best bet? And then I can get in for at least 2 or 4. I think we're going to go for the Sphinx, just because he's going to be a pretty decent blocker. I think that may motivate him not to attack. I think we're just going to choose to hold back for right now. He's got 2 cards in hand. I don't know if one of those is a trick. So we're just going to increase our board presence here as much as we can. He can have something like a +1/+1 first strike. Except I just can't remember how much mana those kind of spells cost. I think we're going to go ahead and try to bring out the Skywatch. Go for the Detain. On probably his... I mean, right now that Steeple Rock poses more of a threat. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and... Gonna go ahead and go for that plan. So here's what we do. We're gonna go ahead and detain the Sky Knight. We'll see if he wants to make the trade or has something that's playable. I just don't really think there's anything he can do about that. He's gonna decide to take it. That's no problem. We can take care of that right now. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to exile his spider. I think that's our best bet. I would like to play Unflinching Courage as well. I mean, He shows no cards in hand. I could just... The only problem is if he double blocks, which... Or triple blocks in this case. I think that's the best bet. It's just to get rid of him while we can. And just go in with the Skywatch, Sphinx, and Raptor. Careful not to cover up our time. So he's got to start blocking here, or else he's going down to 4. And he can double if he wants. It's just going to put a lot of hurt on him if he does, so... So, got rid of his first striker. Just debating on whether or not I want to chump. I mean, I really don't want to go down to 6. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to. Just to better protect myself. Well, we can either choose to evolve, go for the lifelink, and burst strength. Should probably be the best bet. But we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna go Unflinching Courage on him. Unfortunately, at this point, he's not going to evolve anymore, but it's probably the best bet to put it on him. I mean, it almost really doesn't matter. We are, let's see, if I just go in with him, yeah, I mean, he's going to have to choose to block. I mean, he doesn't have to. He can go down to 5. Or he would go down to 2. I would be able to bring him down to 1 then. Let's see. Yeah, I probably just want to go in with both. And worst case is I can untap, defend with the Raptor again. Why is choosing to go that way? I'm not too sure. Well, he can go ahead and draw another one. Most likely not going to have the mana for whatever he's drawn, though. And he's in a tight spot. And there we go. So that's round